We just finished a back-to-back cruise. In fact, we did 3 cruises in a row on Royal Caribbean's Enchantment of the Seas.
In this video, we're going to share some of the things we learned, the good, the bad, and some tips along the way. Hi, we are Wanda and Gary, a retired couple with a passion for travel. Cruising is one of our favorite ways to explore the world, and now that we're retired, we are finally visiting the places we used to only dream about. We've got a long bucket list, and we're setting out to see as much of it as we can, one adventure at a time. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventures. A back-to-back cruise, or a B2B cruise, as seasoned cruisers call it, is when you book 2 or more cruises on the same cruise ship.
So at the end of your first cruise, instead of leaving the ship and heading home, you stay on the cruise ship and sail for the next sailing.
We are going to show you what it was like during our back-to-back process on turnaround day.
On the final night of your cruise, you'll find an envelope waiting for you in your stateroom. Inside is a letter with instructions you'll need for turnaround day. For guests changing staterooms, the letter explains that luggage should be packed and ready before 8:30 a.m. Simply let your stateroom attendant know your new cabin number and they'll help transfer your bags. It also reminds you to leave your safe door open and notes that any liquor purchased during your trip will be delivered to your stateroom on the last night of your final sailing. The letter also includes details for guests continuing on a back-to-back cruise. All consecutive cruisers are asked to meet at 9 a.m. in the main dining room on Deck 5. From there, staff will escort everyone through immigration. You'll receive both a new SeaPass card and an in-transit card to check in for your new sailing. Once immigration is complete, you'll be guided back on board the ship. Following instructions, we headed to Deck 5 dining room just before 9 a.m. Coffee, juice, and pastries were set out while we waited, which was a very nice touch. About 50 passengers were also doing the back-to-back cruise. By 9:30, crew members began handing out new SeaPass cards. You still need your old card to exit the ship, so staff placed stickers on the new cards to help tell them apart. Distribution of all the Sea cards took about a half hour, which gave Wanda a chance to FaceTime home and chat with our grandson.
You got some blowing kisses for Nana? Ready, set, go. Oh, I love you. He's blowing kisses. Do you want to see Papa?
Need to verify our folks that need wheelchair assistance. If you can come to the front, so we can get the guys ready for you, and then we'll get you guys moving. We're just waiting for the last set of guests who's not supposed to be on board to get ready to leave. Yeah, they want to stay on like you. So what we're gonna do is have everyone use their old SeaPass cards. Old SeaPass cards, you have those ones out, and then you will use, when you're coming back on board, your new SeaPass cards when you're re-entering the ship. Please have your birth certificates and your passports handy so that in case you do have to present them, you have them right on hand. And as soon as we head out, we'll go through customs, wait for everyone to get processed, and then come right back on. After that, you have your lunch that is going to be available at 11:30 right here in the dining room on deck number 4.
And here I can.
And then the ship is yours to roam about and enjoy. Yes, if you are staying in the same room, you are able to go back to your room because it's as is. But if you are changing rooms, I believe if it's after 11, you should be okay to enter the new room that you're changing, just so that the team has a chance to turn it over and everything, get everything ready for you. All your luggages will be moved over to the new ones.
We're in the same.
They are closed.
Around 10 a.m., we were escorted from the ship to immigration. The process was smooth and quick. Facial recognition scanners made it very easy. I did not film this portion of the process because immigration and security officials really don't like anyone recording in this area. A green light meant that you were clear, while a red light signaled that you would need to speak to one of the agents. That's why they asked you to keep your ID or passport handy, just in case. Once everyone on our group was cleared, we headed back on board, now using our new SeaPass cards. And just like any other cruise, we still had to complete the muster drill again, so we took care of that right away.
Are we your first customers?
You are. What's the station 3?
3.
Excellent. And you guys are back-to-back cruises, right?
Yeah, back to back to back.
By 11 a.m., new passengers began boarding, and we enjoyed some people watching in the centrum as they got their very first look at the enchantment of the seas. At 11:30 a.m., we joined the special consecutive cruisers lunch in the main dining room on deck 4. Overall, the whole process was simple, stress-free, and surprisingly relaxing. We definitely recommend trying a back-to-back cruise. In fact, we loved it so much that we've already booked back-to-back sailings on Liberty of the Seas.
Many ships rotate their itineraries, so 2 cruises back-to-back could double the destinations you visit. On our back-to-back on the Enchantment of the Seas, we actually visited the same ports more than once. It gave us a chance to explore more than one location, try different excursions, revisit favorite spots, and really soak in the culture instead of rushing through. While we loved revisiting Cozumel and Costa Maya, some cruisers might get bored seeing the same ports repeatedly. For us, it was a chance to dive deeper into each destination, but it's a personal preference. Here's something people don't always realize. Your second cruise is all savings. No flights, no rental car, no parking, no hotel stay before embarkation, no taxi or transfer. That made our second and third cruise much more affordable. The fare was basically the cruise itself, plus gratuities and onboard spending. It's like a travel hack. The main dining room often runs the same weekly menu, so if you're sailing a back-to-back, you'll probably see a lot of the same dishes repeated.
Our tip? Consider buying the specialty dining package for one of the cruises. It's a great way to mix things up, try different dishes, and keep meal times exciting instead of feeling that same old deja vu.
Have you ever done a back-to-back cruise? Or would you consider a back-to-back-to-back cruise as we did? If so, let us know in the comments.
And if this video has helped you, please consider liking and subscribing to all our videos. We have a lot more adventures to share with you.
We are packing our suitcases, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks for watching, and see you on our next adventure.